Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest political and financial investigations from around the world. Today, we dive into an explosive scandal shaking the international stage, the alleged Greenland mineral rights deal involving former President Donald Trump and his inner circle. According to confidential documents called the Arctic Papers, Trump and his allies reportedly orchestrated a massive stock manipulation, turning a little-known company, Greenland Resources Corp, GRC, into a multi-billion-dollar profit machine. But behind this meteoric rise, was there a colossal financial fraud and a betrayal of investors, including his own supporters? Stay with us as we uncover all the details, evidence, and legal implications of this scandal that could reshape American politics, global finance, and even international diplomacy. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video so you don't miss any of our exclusive analyses. And most importantly, share this video with your friends and colleagues so no one misses this shocking investigation. A new political and financial scandal is shaking the United States and the international stage. According to a viral video accompanied by leaked documents called the Arctic Papers, former President Donald Trump and several members of his inner circle allegedly orchestrated a massive financial fraud centered on a supposed Greenland mineral rights deal. This story combines stock manipulation, large-scale fraud, cryptocurrency involvement, and diplomatic fallout, creating an explosive controversy over the integrity of Trump's business model. Central allegation. The video claims that Donald Trump publicly announced that the United States had secured exclusive rights to Greenland's mineral wealth, causing a dormant penny stock, Greenland Resources Corp, GRC, to skyrocket from $2 to $200 in a matter of days. According to the video, the deal never existed, and the public announcement was a staged move to artificially inflate GRC's value, allowing Trump and his allies to sell their shares at the peak before the bubble burst. Alleged motive. The leaked documents suggest that Trump-aligned insiders were facing catastrophic margin calls tied to the Japanese bond market. To secure billions in liquidity, they allegedly used the fake Greenland announcement to temporarily boost GRC's price and then cash out massive profits. Contents of the alleged Arctic Papers. The leaked files reportedly contained over 50,000 emails, encrypted chats, and bank transfers. Evidence that the so-called Greenland deal was actually a mistranslated cultural exchange memo. Internal communications showing the team knew the deal was fake. Chat logs coordinating bot farms to hype the stock. Ownership documents linking shell companies back to Trump-associated trusts. Blockchain and wire transfer records showing billions cashed out at the stock's peak. Diplomatic fallout. The Danish government is portrayed as outraged, publicly stating that the U.S. never negotiated mining rights, and that Trump misrepresented a simple research memo as a sovereignty agreement. This exposes a major international diplomatic challenge, highlighting the global reach of the alleged manipulation. Legal consequences. According to the video, immediate legal repercussions include the SEC halting GRC trading and opening an investigation for market manipulation. The DOJ preparing subpoenas for key insiders. Potential wire fraud charges. Class action lawsuits from investors who reportedly lost billions. Political impact. The narrator emphasizes the scandal's explosive political consequences. The alleged fraud targeted Trump's own supporters, many of whom invested heavily in GRC based on his public statements. This betrayal could severely damage his influence and credibility with his base. Cryptocurrency subplot. A related crypto token, Arctic Coin, was allegedly marketed as backed by Greenland's mineral rights. The video claims proceeds were funneled into a political super PAC, adding another layer of complexity and potential legal exposure. Media reaction. According to the video, Fox News initially distanced itself to avoid liability. but has since begun aggressively covering the leak. This media attention is amplifying the story and increasing pressure on Trump and his associates. The Greenland scandal is framed as the ultimate collapse of Trump's business genius persona, likened to historic financial collapses such as Enron and the South Sea bubble. The video suggests that the presidency itself was leveraged as a giant boiler room-style stock scam, putting Trump's reputation and political career at severe risk. The smoking gun. The leak is presented as definitive proof of criminal activity. The Greenland announcement is framed as deliberate market manipulation. The Arctic papers are cited as the source of these revelations. No deal with Denmark. The Danish government never agreed to sell or lease any mineral rights. Trump's team allegedly misrepresented a cultural exchange memo. The deception was intentional and time-bound. Timeline of the alleged pump and dump. 1. Rumors leak. Stock rises. 2. Trump tweets. Stock surges. 3. Press secretary shows a binder. Spike continues. 4. Davos speech naming GRC. Stock peaks at $200. Project Iceberg emails. Internal emails discuss needing a catalyst before margin calls. Advisors allegedly acknowledge Denmark's refusal. Strategy described as just need the headline to stick for 72 hours. Shell companies and cash out. GRC traced to offshore LLCs. Beneficial ownership tied to Trump-associated trusts. $4.2 billion in stock sold on the day of the Davos speech. Danish government rebuttal. Danish foreign minister presents the real memorandum. Calls Trump's claims lies. Describes U.S. negotiators using pressure and real estate tactics. Regulatory and legal fallout. SEC halts trading. DOJ and SDNY prepare investigations. Wire fraud and class action suits expected. Political backlash. Trump supporters report major financial losses. Narrator claims this betrayal breaks the bond with his base. Crypto angle. Arctic coin allegedly tied to the same shell companies. Proceeds funneled into a super PAC. Collapse of the business genius myth. Comparisons to Enron and the South Sea bubble. Presidency turned into a giant financial scam. Strategic, financial, and political implications. The alleged Greenland scandal is not just a story of market manipulation. It represents a highly sophisticated, multi-layered operation combining political influence, financial engineering, and media manipulation. Breaking it down reveals several key dimensions. The mechanics of market manipulation. The video describes a textbook pump and dump scheme, but on a scale rarely seen in modern politics. Initial rumor injection. The release of rumors about Greenland's mineral wealth was carefully timed to coincide with low trading volume and dormant interest in GRC. This allowed insiders to maximize the initial surge. Public endorsement amplification. Every public statement, from tweets to press appearances, acted as a force multiplier. Social media engagement ensured rapid retail investor attention, creating artificial market momentum. Bot farm coordination. Alleged chat logs reveal automated promotion of GRC across multiple platforms, amplifying the illusion of genuine investor enthusiasm. This demonstrates a calculated use of both traditional and digital media channels, combining narrative control with algorithmic amplification, a strategy more typical of corporate fraud than political campaign activity. International and diplomatic dimensions. Even beyond financial consequences, the alleged scheme implicates foreign policy norms and international trust. Denmark's response. By presenting the original cultural exchange memo and labeling Trump's claims false, Denmark exposed the administration's misuse of sovereignty narratives. Global investor confidence. If international markets perceive that political announcements can be weaponized for private profit, this erodes faith in U.S. transparency and regulatory oversight. Strategic resource politics. Greenland's rare minerals, critical for electric vehicles and high-tech industries, are geopolitically sensitive. A false claim of U.S. control could have destabilized diplomatic negotiations and international resource markets. The combination of finance and foreign policy underscores that the scandal is not merely a domestic political issue, but a potential global economic risk. Financial engineering and offshore networks. The Arctic Papers allegedly trace billions through a web of shell companies and trusts, illustrating classic money laundering and tax optimization techniques. Offshore LLCs shielded the identities of beneficial owners. Complex transaction timing allowed insiders to sell at the market peak, minimizing traceability. Integration with cryptocurrency, Arctic Coin, demonstrates an effort to convert traditional financial gains into politically usable assets, potentially funding super PACs or undisclosed political campaigns. This kind of financial orchestration requires premeditation, legal awareness, and coordination, suggesting that if true, the operation was planned months in advance, not a spontaneous act. Psychological and political exploitation of supporters. One of the most striking aspects is the manipulation of Trump's own base. Many retail investors in GRC were loyal supporters who trusted Trump's statements implicitly. By inflating GRC's price artificially, insiders exploited not only market mechanics, but also loyalty-driven behavior, raising ethical concerns about political betrayal as financial strategy. The fallout could lead to lasting erosion of trust, which is more damaging politically than financial loss alone. The scandal is thus an example of political capital being weaponized for personal financial gain, a concept rarely seen at such a high-profile level. Regulatory and legal landscape. The implications for U.S. regulatory agencies are profound. SEC investigations. The SEC will need to untangle highly coordinated public announcements, digital manipulation, and insider sales. DOJ and federal prosecution. Wire fraud, market manipulation, and conspiracy charges could reach the highest levels of political office, setting legal precedents. Class action implications. Mass retail investors may file suits claiming breach of trust and financial harm, potentially amounting to tens of billions in damages. This illustrates a convergence of corporate, criminal, and securities law, putting the scandal in a unique legal gray area at the intersection of politics and finance. Media, narrative control, and reputation management. Trump's public persona as a business genius is central to the alleged scheme. Narrative weaponization. Every media interaction reinforced the perception of legitimacy. The scandal's exposure threatens to reframe his entire narrative, highlighting deception rather than strategy. Media liability and strategy. Fox News distancing itself indicates risk avoidance behavior, while aggressive coverage of leaks reflects the competitive incentive to dominate the narrative. The scandal, therefore, is as much about perception and psychological influence as it is about money. That concludes our in-depth analysis of the Greenland scandal and the revelations from the Arctic Papers. If these allegations are confirmed, they could reshape U.S. political and financial history and shake investor confidence worldwide. To stay updated on our in-depth investigations into political, financial, and diplomatic scandals across the globe, subscribe to New TV, hit the notification bell, and give this video a like to support our work. Don't forget to share this video on your social networks to inform others about the real stakes behind this case. Your comments matter. Tell us what you think about this scandal and how you see its consequences unfolding in the coming weeks. We continue to bring you true, complete, and exclusive information every day. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.